Hello again everyone, Melth here, with more of my Blade-Soloist challenge run of Baldur's Gate 3, rules of which are detailed in the video description. 2 episodes ago, we acquired the Spider Queen Matriarch with a new trick that I found to get it on Honor difficulty, and will now use it to continue our rampage through the Underdark, fighting bosses such as the Boule and probably Bernard and things like that. Okay, so I took out the Boule worshippers, time to loot their stuff, and there are a few secret chests either buried or, if you jump around this hidden ledge, there is, if the camera will show me, some treasure over there too. Sovereign Glut is handy for this kind of thing because mushrooms don't blow up around him. One tip, I do not recommend fast traveling out of here, especially not to somewhere that is outside the Underdark if Glut is with you. One time when I did that, it resulted in losing his pet permanently it was just kind of here and couldn't be re-recruited, and so I lost the Boule that way on that run. Okay, I'm going to dismiss Glut for a bit here. As I just go into the Arcane Tower, he and the spider would only get in the way, there's no fighting to do, and you don't want a bunch of followers wandering in and triggering the arcane turrets and things like that. So, in fact, I'm going to leave behind all my summons and so forth too, and just do Enhanced Leap and Featherfall on myself, and then just make my way past everything.
The earth has been charmed. Ominous.
Make sure we don't walk too far. If we go up to about that point, roughly, we will get exploration XP that we'd rather save. So instead we'll just try to take cover somewhere that we can't be shot at. Hopefully. Okay, yes, it worked. I probably should heal up Astarion pretty soon. But, you know, there shouldn't be any combat here, so should be alright.
Quick step. That's curious.
Alright, some alchemy ingredients and 2 susser blooms we'll need.
Crooked touch.
Okay. So we will power the generator. And that's worth a tiny bit of XP, but more importantly, it shuts down the arcane turrets. So we can now have a summon like the Azer run over there and just bludgeon them to death for a bit of XP. The Azer because it does bludgeoning damage. Okay. Well, I want to get my summons back, I think. And probably go back up the mushroom path and do a bit of exploration up there myself. But might as well explore more here first. There's a bit of secret XP you can get in the area. You can, by the way, as I showed on my 9 Hells run, just have a mage hand fly in under the staircase and thereby allow you to skip directly into the basement, but it's pretty easy to get in there regardless. That pulled in the Azer from further away than I thought it would. Therefore, I'm going to try with bringing the skeleton and shovel in and then seeing if I can use the elevator to pull them in as well. And just get grouped up the easy way. Okay, we can start collecting the mushrooms that we need. There's Tongue of Madness over there. This is for Melowum's quest, that is. There are also 2 more towers here, so we will have the Azer break those. This is the Chest of the Mundane. This can be worth some extra XP.
Its energy has been rekindled. Don't touch it.
So what we need to do is just put something into the Chest of the Mundane. And that's worth XP for whatever reason. Okay, up here there's a section of the story of Orpheus, which is always worth a surprisingly large chunk of XP when we find it.
Feel the disc's a pattern forms as you gaze at the disc. And from within that pattern, the prints of the
I think that's like 95 XP right there, yep. And then one of these things tells you that you can put Autumn Crocus on the dog's grave. There it is, okay. And I think we now have everything we need to go upstairs and have a chat with Bernard.
You know these words. They are from the opening stanza of a
Out of love for me. Come as if you could. My lord. My liege. Of course, my love. What can I do? You're strong. And you will never.
Okay, that gives us the XP for beating just Bernard, I think. It's the same thing as you get for actually killing him, which we'll do later on. Let me put down the Susser Bloom over here while I'm thinking about it. Thereby incapacitating 2 of the armors. Okay. Now, let's see. Patched Parchment. That one has the code to get the Guiding Light Ring, I think.
Come on, see if you can.
Okay, got the Guiding Light. And over here, let's see, where's the stool that we can break? There it is. They moved it, which confused me about it for a bit.
This could do some damage. Waste not.
Well, once in a while, having an offhand weapon that gives you 19 strength is worth something, though we can't use it with Blade Song, so it's not going to be a staple of this run by any means. Oh, and be careful, do not walk too far over this way or trigger the exploration XP, which again, we've been trying to avoid the entire time. It's like a tremendously tall rectangle that begins over there and then terminates over here at this level for whatever reason. Okay. We will come back and fight these guys, but we are ill-equipped to do so at the moment. Because the animated armors are resistant to psychic and resistant to poison. You'd think they'd be immune to both, but, you know, there's not a lot of logic in 5e based games about what creature types are immune to what. And likewise, Bernard over here also resists both those things. So my Shadow Blade will be weak, and the Spider Queen will be pretty weak too. We'll probably want the Boulet for the job.
Secret button. It's the
Lots of scrolls to be had, just one of the 2 main rewards here. And then there's those are some strange jiggly tables that she's got here. Enchanted, I'm sure. Mirror image scroll, that's worth something. And then this staff is pretty excellent. There is a problem with it in that I can't use it with Blade Song very well, but, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if I find at least one time I want to use it on this run. Then let's re-recruit Glut, and I should probably also injure myself back to activate the Loving Protection Shield. Though, maybe first of all I should take care of this stuff with Omeluum. I don't think saving throws here actually matter, so I might not bother buffing up for that.
I greet you, child of the dark. How has your... These are fine. You must drink the entire...
the potion.
Not as the...
The world loses its edges, its finer boundaries. You are fluid, but trapped like a creature suspended in amber. A few sparks and colors dance. The tadpole spasms. See fear pierces your mind like knives of ice. The parasite digs deeper, as if it needs to hollow out your skull. The cold blades lick. The parasite swell. It surges and the parasite in your
Omeluum. That lava is like nothing I have ever observed before. Its power is unsettling. Such an outcome was not in my calculations. There is more to the... Such crude destruction may not...
It totally would. We see again and again and again, and we're told explicitly by the narrator several times that the parasites abandon their hosts when they're killed, so just killing yourselves and then reviving yourselves is probably a good solution that we just aren't allowed to take.
It prevents elder brains from notice. It will not remove the love. I would offer it as a gift, but in truth, the ring is priceless. Is there anything you could offer me in turn?
Let's try this at least.
That is true. And I made, of course, the love.
The most important thing
Greet you, friend of
is that he is now a merchant, and he sells some pretty good stuff. In particular, void bulbs are excellent and they are dirt cheap. So we'll buy those whenever we can from him. And then, you know, this is so-so. There aren't that many ways to boost your spell save DC in the early game before you get access to Arcane Acuity, but it's not that late to get access to Arcane Acuity either, so it's not amazing. It's so-so, as I said. This is pretty good. You know, Reverberation is a decent status, and inflicting conditions happens all the time for whatever weird reason in this game. And this is fairly good too. I can get back a level 3 spell slot, which would let me extend some of my adventuring days that are pretty long when I want to stretch them out, because I've had pretty bad luck getting elixirs so far this game. So I would like to do a good long day when I'm using a good elixir, I think. So we'll buy both those things. We could probably steal them, but we'll buy both of them. There's also survival instinct to talk about. So, the thing about this, it's superficially pretty good, in that you can cast it on yourself in theory, and then when you would be killed, you'll instead heal up a bit, and most importantly, perhaps in combat, you come back with all your actions and bonus actions, so that's quite valuable. The problem is that it's a really short duration, and so, generally speaking, if I have an action or bonus action to spare, I will usually have a way to get out of death that's better than this. So I'm not going to say it's never going to come up, but it'd be a pretty rare circumstance for this to really be useful to me. Let's use the Pearl and get back a level 3 spell slot, because I was missing one of those. And then let's use the Loving Protection boost from the shield. Looks like I'd actually need to short rest before the Loving Protection would activate. I must have already used it on this short rest. I have already used most of my short rest recovered resources, other than maybe Mage Hand. So, not a major downside to using another short rest now. But there is one thing I haven't used yet, and that's my bite. So let me get some value out of that. Alright, eat up, Astarion. This is for one of those many Gur children. Okay, so, short rest time.
Enough sitting around.
Which does also let me get Fowler Erlouv's ability back, so maybe I'll activate that shortly. But, you know, first, we need to get back Loving Protection buff. Okay, let's get ready to fight Phil Rowe and his Horrors. I don't think we want Fireball for them. Counterspell, though, is probably worth something. They're just so spread out, you'll probably fight one, maybe two at a time, and so you just don't care about Fireball for this. Phase Spider, you can teleport. Why did you choose to jump and take damage, and then bleed poison all over the ground for us to walk through? What a jerk. Wait, have I not rescued... Huh. Okay, I guess I better take care of the rescue of Balin. I will probably just ignite these. Do I have Firebolt yet?
Stop! Stop! Bibberbank!
You recognize the name. Bibberbank.
I know that! Scroll! Escape! My bag! Yes! That's... Yes! I just have...
We'll get a couple more scrolls out of his bag, so it'll be a net profit.
Well, hello. Close.
Okay, let's ignite all of that and then grab the Loth's candles, I guess.
About time. Someone needs help, I see.
Okay, let us get down there and surprise that guy.
Keep your distance, darling.
I guess we can just jump on in. It occurs to me I can knock it out, then kill it with a Spell Thief bow for a spell slot, so you might as well do that. And that still didn't pull anyone else in. Whatever, we've got it easily from here. Actually, it's got that simple toxin on it. I better get the Spell Thief out fast. Come on, faster, faster, faster. And then shoot it before... Oh, no, it died already. Okay. Gotta do that to another one of them. Well, at least we get the hook there, I guess. Okay, well, let's have you turn invisible again. And perhaps we can do a similar performance. We'll just send you in first, then we'll do our buffing up with a set of feather falls and so forth. And then have everyone else jump on in there and so forth. Let's be in stealth, guys. Don't want to aggro the next guy. That sounds like something bad's happening. Okay, it's about to get killed. Well, maybe we can hop over there and deal with Philro real fast. Okay. Not going to be quite as fast as I was hoping it would be.
I've missed this.
Should we just jump you on down there and have you go for it with a direct attack? I think so. Get this wrapped up. Okay. We will be seen by Philro any second now. So let's make sure we're all in stealth mode and get over here. Oh, and you know, while I'm thinking about it... Oh, Boule time. Now, supposedly, the Boule must attack nearby monstrosities, per this feature. This is not reliable. I have definitely seen it have both a monstrosity and me in range and just do a deadly leap on me instead. So don't bet your life on that. You will also sometimes hear people say that the Boule has to stand and fight if it's over here near the dog's grave that it's supposedly guarding. That's also nonsense. It can burrow out of there same as it can burrow out of anywhere else. Anyway. Can we get it like this? As a reminder, it shouldn't have diamond scales anymore. We dealt more than 100 damage to it before. It just was bugged and kept restoring it and restoring it multiple times. We'll see if it's still bugged. If it is, I don't know, I'll have to get some kind of mod to turn that off or something, because you're not supposed to have to deal 115 damage in one hit to get rid of its diamond scales. It's the legendary action that nobody cares about. It does nothing. Philro's got a decently strong spell for us to watch out for. Do you still have long jump by any chance? You do, actually, but not featherfall. That's the problem, it seems. Okay, can we get you over there and have you long jump to safety? No, maybe you don't actually have long jump. Maybe you just have good strength. Alright. Well, wasted your turn in that case. But I just want to avoid having the boulet get us too badly. Because we're not in a good position to fight it right now. Glut's in a terrible position in particular. Yeah, I could just go up and wallop you and then leave, but I don't see too much point in doing that. We'll just become an easier target for it. There is some hope of making it actually do what it's supposed to do and fight the nearby hook horror if we just spread out.
The subtle.
So I'll try that. Okay, are you going to go for... You are going to go for the hook horror. That's nice. Do you want to do a deadly leap to it? No? Hook horrors can damage it in theory, they just don't in practice. Okay, I need to free up my guys from Filro. Where is he? There he is. So here's the interesting trick about Filro. He's got shield. So what I do is I walk like so, then I take a step back, provoking an attack of opportunity. He can only hit me under 20 because he's a garbage melee combatant. Now he can't shield anymore. And this probably won't kill, but should do enough damage to almost certainly break his concentration. There we go. So that frees up other team members. You can't really do much of anything.
Hungry for the slaughter.
Do we want to have you still go for big guy down there? Yeah, we'll have you go for it. It's... Wow, we're having just rotten luck against it this time, which is a nuisance, because this is our chance to do some damage to it while it's not replenishing itself. But that part's beneficial. Any way we can get to you? Doesn't seem like it. That part's appreciated, at least. If I could sprint next to him, I could set him on fire at least. I do have that ability.
Throat.
But I think I'm mostly just passing here. Do we want to bother stopping that? I don't think we do. I don't think the target it includes can be Astarian if it's getting 3 guys. So that's fine. We'll just counter that easily. Now, he drank some of our treasure. Give that back. Huh. It actually knocked the boulet prone. Well, the boulet is going to go away momentarily. It's certain to burrow out at this point, I believe. But maybe we can at least do some poison damage to it. Absolute garbage accuracy this time, though. Okay. Well, there's the hook horror. Can we do anything to it? Maybe not. Maybe we'll just run back over here and make it come back to us. I don't think it's able to pounce on us if we run back from over here. Yeah. As a dash, is it going to dash and then do a jump, or is it going to just dash and be helpless, as I thought it would be? It does have a pounce on some target. No, it has a pounce on nothing. Okay, that makes more sense to me.
slaughter.
Okay. Well, we've got Hook Horrors to loot, and Susser Bark to collect, and Philrose Ravings, I guess, too. And then we will go fight the Boule again.
Now I need somewhere to craft.
You know, this is a fight where I don't really intend to use Blade Song. I could use the staff here. And this time, hopefully, with this additional bunch of blesses, we won't miss constantly. Okay, we're gonna do the bless on you, and you, and you. And then in we go. Maybe if I jump, I'll be less likely to be knocked off my feet. We'll see. Okay. So it's gonna jump out at us. We should be spread out, but in the general vicinity, I guess.
Trust no.
Out it goes. Who's in combat, who's not? We want people to be in combat so their buffs are not getting wasted completely. Azer, you're not in combat. Okay. Once we have depleted your diamond scales, then anyone can damage you. Okay, his diamond scales are actually, for real, gone this time. Isn't that nice? And that still leaves you, because you didn't have anything important going on, but, you know, whatever. Get in there and give it a shot now that you're able to hurt it. No, that's some dismal accuracy. That's a little better. We plan to replace the phase spider with it soon, so I think we'll leave the phase spider in its face, maybe have it provoke the attack even. Phase spider resists damage, so it's not a big threat. There we go.
The dance macabre.
And
With finesse.
yeah, we'll waste your bonus session just getting out. We're gonna just whack you really hard once, and then we will bonus action on out, and it shouldn't have any real chance to hit us. The Azer can also get out, and if it wants to jump, it can do so, but it can't hit multiple targets very well, and it will provoke. And Booming Blade. Wait, did it get diamonds? It got diamond scales back again. Okay. This is asinine. Alright, so in the previous encounter we did to it 134 damage. This one we did to it 151 damage, so it is legitimately dead already. I've tested it and it just keeps getting back diamond scales on every single attack now. So we're gonna see if just spawning a million barrels will take it out and then move on and do something better in this buggy game. There we go. That was stupid. Alright, having dealt with that ridiculous bug, I then did the long, tedious journey to bring the Boule to Bernard, only to run into even more stupid bugs, and it turned out I didn't have a save that I'd done after getting this guy to the elevator, so we're back to square one.
The rock under you. You realize it was made the wind.
Alright, let's just get through this. We're gonna have bugs fight bugs. Bernard was so absurdly bugged, I'm not gonna even deal with him this time. We're gonna just put Long Shredder on you, and then I learned that there's a bug, and if you do enlarge on the Boule gets back its legendary action, and therefore also its diamond scales. So now its diamond scales will work in our favor. Let's just get Astarion and the Boule to the tower and just have the Boule slug it out with Bernard. Alright, the tedious journey of bringing the Boule along begins. It has to jump every step because it can't walk anywhere. What happened was that I got up onto the roof, put down the saucer blooms, incapacitating all the animated armors. Then I attacked to begin the combat, except somehow or other they failed to detect my melee guy due to a stealth that I wasn't in. And then that led the animated armors to behave buggily, like townspeople trying to find the culprit and arrest them. So they, despite being incapacitated, just walked around, left the saucer blooms, and then attacked. And then Bernard, despite being locked down near the Boule, ignored attacks opportunity, ignored everything, ran over and multi-critted Glut to death. And it was just too stupid how many things happened there that didn't make any sense. So I'm not doing that. We're going to just have the Boule fight him. And we'll fight bugs with bugs. I could and optimally would bring the saucer blooms incapacitate the armors again, but I'm not going to bother with that. We're going to just have the Boule solo it. Now, I can't just have the Boule stay up here because my teammates will insist on running back to me and going up and down the elevator, and they can all operate it when I'm not controlling them, and can even teleport me to them, which is a stupid way for it to work. But that's the way it is. So, the procedure instead is that we have turn-based mode activate, and have everyone with the Boule jump down below, where they can't be pulled into the fight. Fork, you get down there. Okay. Just jump over there, then bite him. Starting the fight off strong with a critical miss. But he passes his turn because his AI is really well designed. We are literally impervious to their attacks, so it doesn't matter. That's why I didn't bother getting the saucer blooms to deal with them. We will just have bugs fight bugs here. It'll be a boss versus boss battle. I think the chance of knocking him prone should be tried first, because that would negate his legendary action if it works. Which it did. So you get chomped off. You know, this should be a fun moment, boss versus boss combat. I think it's just the absurd number of bugs that I've had to deal with and fix in various workarounds has taken some of the fun out of things for me today. So I will wrap this up and continue when I'm in a better mood. He's going to stun himself fairly soon. Nice. We got the prone on him, so no legendary action, which I don't think could hurt us anyway. On normal die rolls, anyway. Can we do like a high ground jump on him? Might be worth going for. Ah, no, we can't. We don't have 6 meters of movement speed left? That's only 20 feet. I guess not. We put Long Strider on you, right? Yeah, we did. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. So hopefully just kill. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Maybe this will knock the guy off if I'm lucky with the angle. Nope. Okay. Uh-oh. One fell down outside. We have people that are inside waiting, so we might be able to get them into the fight and deal with it at that time. Worst comes to worst, they'll get an attack on us as it goes up the elevator or whatever. That's okay. Okay, is he gonna remember how doors work? We'll see. Don't walk too far that way. Don't want to get the exploration XP. Oh, can I not jump on him? Fine. Nope, he doesn't know how doors work. Okay. Well, let's get you down to the floor where the enemy... Oh, wait. No, that's the floor where it is. Right here. Okay. Can it be destroyed with slashing weapons? 22 damage. We have to get a pretty high roll for that to work. Okay. What we could maybe do is do a minor illusion. That might pull it in. I was hoping that would draw us into combat. It did not. If I exit stealth mode, will I be noticed? I will not.
Shall we? On the hunt.
Alright, we'll figure that out. For now, see if you can finish that guy off. There we go.
How delicious.
You could probably throw a bomb out there, something like that. Do we want to attack it in any way? We probably can't finish it without casting a spell. We could just cast a spell at it. The Cloud of Daggers would finish it on average. Do I want those for anything else? I want to just end this. Okay.
Don't linger.
Our reward is, I think, the worst weapon in the entire game. I think you can make an argument for Salami being better than this, because Salami at least won't stun you. This might genuinely be worse than nothing sometimes. Well, that takes care of everything in the Underdark, except for the Myconid colony, which we want to handle after getting the Bliss Spores buff, which should be on a big day where we can get a lot of use out of it. So for now, we'll just teleport back to Myconid Town, dismiss Glut, and next time we will fight the goblins and draw Ragzlin and so forth. I'd kind of hope to get to level 6 before that, but that's not really to be. We'll probably hit that during or at the Goblin Siege or so. Thank you for watching, everyone, and a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. MasterKnightDH, Enlino, Truebsy, Oliver, Chronische, Jago, Keely, Qro'ei, Gregory, Broken Box, Jenna M, Just Becca, Newbienna, Nicolas, Schmuck, Kostya, Nesterovich, Fredrik, Bruun, Stefan, Robin, DanielSon, Andrew Curzon, Edie, Ali Kasimoglu, Nick Myers, Imp Ninjaz, Diabetic Cat, Kasper Bostrom, Marvin Fang, Max, Afro Samurai, Rodrigo Lopez Dato, Step Back Too Deadly, Silent, Bic Mars, Brad, IJ23, The Coding Owl, Eldritch, Twiggy, Zadira, Joe, Mike, Cosima, Mintberry Crunch, Eric Vedler, Andrew Wilhelm, Maya Atkinson, and John DeVessa. Have a great day, everyone.